Have you ever heard the tale of Icarus? You know, the young man who dared to fly too close to the sun? It's a story that's been told and retold throughout history, and while it might seem simple on the surface, it's packed with layers of meaning that resonate even today. So, let's dive into this myth and explore what it really signifies, not just in ancient Greece, but in our lives, our ambitions, and our understanding of the divine. Icarus, the son of Daedalus, was gifted with wings made of feathers and wax. His father crafted them to escape from the labyrinth of Crete, a maze that was as much a prison as it was a marvel of engineering. But here's where things get interesting. Daedalus warned Icarus not to fly too high or too low. Fly too high, and the sun would melt the wax. Fly too low, and the sea's moisture would weigh him down. This cautionary advice is often overlooked, but it sets the stage for the central theme of the myth: knowing your limits. Now, let's think about that sun for a moment. In Greek mythology, the sun is not just a celestial body. It represents Helios or Apollo, gods associated with light, knowledge, and enlightenment. So, when Icarus flies too close to the sun, it's not just a literal act of defiance against the heat. It's a metaphorical ascent toward divine heights, an attempt to transcend human limitations and touch the realm of the gods. In that sense, Icarus embodies the quintessential human desire to reach for the impossible, to grasp knowledge and power that perhaps we're not meant to have. But here's the catch: that desire can lead to downfall. Icarus, in his hubris, ignores his father's warnings. He revels in the thrill of flight, the rush of freedom, and the intoxicating allure of the sun's brilliance. It's a beautiful image, isn't it? But it's also a dangerous one. In flying too close, Icarus not only challenges the natural order, but also the divine. He seeks to rise above his mortal status, and that ambition, while admirable, ultimately leads to his tragic end. The wax melts, the feathers fall away, and he plunges into the sea. This narrative resonates with so many of us today. How often do we find ourselves in situations where we're tempted to overreach? We live in a world that celebrates ambition, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of success. We're told that we can achieve anything if we just believe in ourselves. But what happens when that belief turns into arrogance? When our quest for knowledge or power blinds us to our limitations? Icarus's story serves as a poignant reminder that there's a fine line between ambition and hubris. From a philosophical perspective, flying too close to the sun can be interpreted as a metaphor for humanity's quest for knowledge and understanding. We live in a time where information is at our fingertips, yet the more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. It's a paradox, really. The pursuit of knowledge is noble, but when we think we've got it all figured out, we risk losing sight of our own fallibility. Icarus's flight is a cautionary tale about the dangers of overreaching, of believing we can conquer everything without consequence. And then there's the religious angle. In monotheistic traditions, like Christianity, the tale of Icarus can evoke themes of pride and the fall from grace. Think about it. The story of Lucifer, who sought to rise above his station, mirrors Icarus's ambition. Both narratives illustrate the peril of striving for godlike status. In seeking to elevate themselves, both Icarus and Lucifer faced dire consequences. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The idea that our greatest aspirations could lead to our greatest downfalls. In our modern context, the phrase "don't fly too close to the sun" has become a metaphor for caution against excessive ambition. It's a reminder to recognize our limits, to understand that while striving for greatness is admirable, there's a balance to be struck. Living within the moral and ethical boundaries set by our beliefs, whether religious or philosophical, helps us navigate the complexities of life without losing ourselves in the pursuit of more. So, what can we take away from Icarus's tale? First and foremost, it's a call for self-awareness. We need to understand our strengths and weaknesses, our ambitions and limitations. It's about finding that sweet spot where we can aspire to greatness without losing sight of our humanity. It's okay to dream big, but let's not forget to keep our feet on the ground, to honor the wisdom of those who came before us, just like Daedalus's warnings to his son. Moreover, it's a reminder that the quest for knowledge and enlightenment is a lifelong journey. We should embrace our curiosity, but we must also acknowledge that some mysteries are beyond our grasp. The divine, the cosmic, whatever you choose to call it, often operates on a level that transcends human understanding. And that's okay. We don't need to have all the answers. Sometimes, the beauty lies in the questions themselves. Ultimately, Icarus's flight is not just a story about a boy who flew too high. It's a reflection of the human experience. We are all Icarus in some way, navigating the delicate balance between ambition and humility. We strive for the sun, for enlightenment, for success, but we must do so with a sense of reverence for the limits of our mortal existence. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for the stars, remember Icarus. Let his story inspire you to soar, but also to be mindful of the sun's heat, the weight of the sea, and the wisdom of those who have flown before you.